Hey guys, happy Monday evening. We've made it through the first day. I count Monday as the first day of the week, so for me this is the first day of the week. And what a day it was. Oh my goodness. This was the first time that my job let me back into the building in 7 weeks. It's kind of crazy. And let me tell you what, we hit the ground running. And so and then I'm also trying to look and navigate the market of house hunting and all that stuff. It's just, for me personally, today has been a day, and so I betcha everybody has been kind of feeling it. So I thought it would be really nice to lead us all in some kind of a tarot spread just for this week, and just to kind of see how it works, how this week is looking for us. So this is a new spread I'm working with. I am working with a deck. This is the second week I've been working with this particular deck. It is the True Black Tarot by Arthur Wayne. It is amazing. I will post a link to the website underneath in the description, so in case you want to check it out. He is printing this is the second edition. It's the same, nothing's changed. But it's basically just the second printing. And so if you want to, you can look into getting that. I plan on doing a review of this. You can probably find a review on YouTube, but you don't know what my review is yet, so keep on the lookout for that. So anyway, this is what the spread is going to look like. It's an 8-card spread. There we go. Cool. High tech. Right there. All right, cool. So let's get started. First card, this is our overall energy of the week. You get the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords it generally means rest from strife, convalescence. Those are the general meanings, at least according to the Golden Dawn Tarot. I know we're not reading that, but that's my background. And for me, fours are always at a rival point. It's that, the culmination of the work done in the previous three numbers. In the ace, you have to conceptualize. The twos, you've got the carrying out, or the planning anyway. And then you have the carrying out, the plan, the three. And for the swords, you've got, the initial spark, and you've got some kind of, tense truce of conflict kind of going on. And then you've got this interruption of conflict, and now this is the resolution. It's time for a break. The struggle has come to a pause. And I mean, I'm telling you what, for the past 7 weeks, we have all been kind of going through this craziness. And so I think this week is kind of the culmination of some of that initial struggles. I know that a lot of states are starting to open back up. People are starting to go back to work. And so, but at the same time, there's this little uneasiness about things, because it's like, is it too early? Because there's that debate. Is it too early to open up, or is it not? And so there's that convalescence type of thing going on. Let me see here. I really love this artwork. You see the 3 lilies and the daggers of ice kind of floating above that. I think that's really cool. I'm going to consult very quickly the little black book that comes with it. I'm just going to read from it for you guys, because I kind of want to know what that means a little bit better. Like I said, this deck is still very new to me. I'm still learning it, so. Four of Swords marks a time of rest, recuperation, and preparation. It is significant departure from the oft-noted ill omens of the sword suit, and calls on us to take solace in the present, either to recharge from a previous effort or to prepare for an upcoming one. Here we go. A warm glow and water lilies surround these 4 blades as they hang lightly in the air. This card asks us to be at peace and detach ourselves from current stresses. Take time to reflect upon the present situation so that you may better confront the future. The blades depicted are modeled after the stone-mapped Neolithic knives 10,000 BC. That's kind of cool. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what I was saying. Now's that time to kind of like take a little bit of a breath, because this is the breath, I always think of Gandalf the White in Return of the King. It's the deep breath before the plunge. And that's kind of how this card is kind of making me feel right now. So take time to rest, take time to prepare though. Don't just, sit on your couch or whatever. Like now it's time okay, rest your mind, rest your body, but it's also time to prepare as well, because we're not out of this yet. We still have 6 more cards to go in the suit. Anyway, sorry. Next card. Our next card will be obstacles or challenges that we may face this week. Oh, this is the first time I've drawn this card. I'm kind of excited. I love this artwork. Temperance. So Temperance is that guardian angel card. So the obstacle here, I think, is kind of, it's like I said, we're coming out of this time of great trial. It's time for rest and stuff. I think it's going to be like almost forgiveness for ourselves, because I know that some of us might have some guilt over maybe not having to work as much. I know for me, I was very lucky that I didn't have to go to work. I was able to work from home for my day job, and I feel a little guilty about that. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, we're working for the betterment of our neighbors, our friends, our family, to take ownership of our health and our community health. It's also, if you look at this, I love this. In the background, you have the swords here and the flowers here. So again, it could also be striking that new balance that we're in right now, this new part of our lives that we're in with this pandemic. So again, that's another challenge there, is finding that balance between work and rest, continuing that idea of preparation from the previous card even. So yeah, that's Temperance. So our third card here is what we're going to have to overcome this week. And so we drew the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands generally means swiftness and explosive energy quickly expended. So lots of, and if you kind of look at this, it looks like a pen, and it's writing paper. It's almost like it's flying away or something like that. It's kind of cool. And so for me, this is the time for lots of ideas, but to not be overburdened by ideas or even outside distractions so much. It's ideas for new projects. It's ideas for new things, or even the fact that if you can go back to work, not doing too much, doing too little, getting overwhelmed with everything, with the new stuff. And so that's going to be our big thing to overcome, is to not allow that to overbear us, to bring us down. We gotta remember to keep temperance, to keep ourselves in check. So let's move on. We've got how to stay grounded. We've got the World card. Ooh, look at that shiny. So, World card, it's all about new beginnings, success, protection. And so, and what better card really to stay grounded with than the World? So for me, that's a big reality check for everybody. Keep yourself in check. Don't get cocky. Protect yourself, protect others, and yeah, I mean, it's just all about protection. And also, again, it's the World card can also represent kind of a new beginnings, even, I think. And so again, it's that new phase, that new cycle that we're beginning right now. So especially for those who are in the schools and stuff. Schools are ending. We're going into graduations. Teachers are starting moving things out, and that's a big thing for a lot of families right now. Is this new structure that's going to be happening, or even those seniors who are graduating and going off to college. I mean, this is a whole new world for them, for us all. But so that's the key phrase there. It's for everybody. So I think patience, showing love for fellow man, and understanding that we're all kind of in this together. We all have our own struggles, and that we all need to remember that, so that we don't allow ourselves to get so overwhelmed that we lash out against others who might be hurting or are struggling with things that we don't fully understand. That sounds cliche, but there's a lot of truth to it, I think. You know, it's that golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Just kind of remember that, I think, moving forward. I think it's going to help us stay grounded. All right? Our next card will be our important lesson of the week. We get the Three of Pentacles. So, make use of the time that we have. This time that we have now is not the time to be lazy. We should all, it's again, we're coming back to our first couple of cards here with the Swords and Temperance. You know, we've got, these totally relate to this idea here, is to make use of this time appropriately. Don't fall into a rut. Don't take anything for granted. If you notice here, I love this imagery. The water is flowing from the coins onto and watering the plant, feeding the plant. The plant being that groundedness, that life. So feeding life, feeding yourself. Keep the work going. Keep it going. Our next card, how can you best support you? Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, this is kind of a strange card. It's blended pleasure, illusionary success. So how can you best support you? Again, this is another arrival point. So this is important to remember that, like, even though we've come to this arrival point here, this is not the end. As I said before, there are still 6 more cards in the suit. You still have a ways to go till you get to that 10 of Cups there. So, again, celebrate in the time that we have here, but also look to the future. Keep your creativity going. Keep the ideas flowing. Don't let it dry up. You gotta keep it flowing. And that's gonna be, you know, as they say, variety is the spice of life. You gotta keep it interesting to the best of our abilities anyway. So, next card will be our overall focus needed to complete the week. So we have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is all about that creative spark, but being able to like really work with that and to make really good plans, to be able to do things on the fly, even for great adaptability. And so our overall focus is to, you know, remember as we're entering into this new phase here, to remember that life is all about being adaptable. You have to kind of go with the flow. In music, my joke is we play it by ear. I mean, you have to be able to react, or actually it's better to act and not react. We never want to react. If we react, then that's where the problems start. That's where we throw ourselves off balance, and we not only affect ourselves, but we affect those that are around us. So again, you know, and remember, the queens are very motherly in nature. You know, they're the mother figures. At least that's how I see them. I see them as very motherly, and so very caring. Almost like I particularly think of the Queen of Wands as very much a caretaker. The only queen I see that as almost more motherly is the Queen of Cups, but there could also be an argument for the Queen of Pence, but yeah, we could be here all night arguing that. So, but anyway, keep adaptability, keep on your feet, and go with the flow, and just be able to adapt to situations that life is going to throw at you. All right? Our final card is going to be the overall message from the universe. Lovers, remember we're in this together. Always check your motivations too. Are you in it for yourself? Are you being selfish? Or are you, are you doing it for your fellow man? What is your inspiration? How do you plan to overcome these obstacles? Can you do it yourself, or will you need help? So again, I feel like this whole spread here is all about self-care for yourself, but also to reach out and be there for your fellow man as well. To remember that you're not alone in this. There are others that you can ask for help, but also offer your help to them as well. We're all in this together in the end. This affects, I keep saying it, but it's true, it affects everybody. And so this is just, a great reminder to just remember you're not the only ones. This is really good for me too, because I really kind of felt personally today, I'll share with you here. I felt very much isolated today, and luckily I have some very, very special people in my life who were there for me today, and I know I couldn't have gotten through it as well as I did without them. So definitely going to work on keeping myself grounded, remembering, we are the world. That's shiny. I love that. We are the world, but we also, and we're the world. We keep a balance here. We also have to remember that there are forces working in this world that are kind of outside, but are definitely outside of our control. And things are moving in such a way that, the more we try to control them, the less control we actually have. Law of natural disorder and chaos. It's not just a great excuse for not cleaning up your room, it's actually a great explanation for what is supposed to happen around us. So, again, we all live in this world together. Let's all just try to love each other a little bit more. Before I let you guys go, I'm going to show you what this spread kind of looks like here. There you go. All right, guys. I'll post a link to this deck, so you can look more into it if you are interested, and be on the lookout for my review, hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. Have a great night and a blessed week.